Welcome to this October 9th edition of the Weekly Recap. I'm Matt Wacker. 22 mine rescue teams from around the country came to Rolla last week for the 33rd Annual Missouri Mine Rescue Contest, a three-day competition held at Missouri S&T's Experimental Mine and the Rolla National Guard Armory. The majority of the rescue teams were professional in nature, but two student teams from Missouri S&T also competed. Lee Mentink spoke with a pair of degree seekers about the experience.
Here I am standing at the entrance to the experimental mine on the campus of Missouri University of Science and Technology, where right now 22 teams are competing in a mine rescue competition. In fact, it's the largest non-national competition that there ever has been. I'm here with MS&T Gold team members Katie and Ross. Katie, what is your role in the competition?
My role is primarily first aid captain and then doing some checks with gases underground. With first aid, we're pretty much in charge of treating patients, making sure that we get them out of the mine safely with no current CPR standards, no current National Registry emergency medical responder standards as well, and ensure that everybody gets out safely, including our team members.
So this is a hands-on exercise, like an elaborate practice.
When we do our scenarios, we'll have all of our patients or our volunteers will have makeup on them that's going to allow them to look like they have real injuries, but it's not real. And then we have to go in, assess the scene, assess the patient, treat the patient, and get them out. And we typically have about a 15 or 20-minute time limit, and everybody's graded or judged based on how well and how accurate we perform our job.
Here comes some of them now. So my understanding is you're actually competing with industry teams as well as student teams. Is that correct, Ross?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so what do you think your chances are?
I really like our chances. We're fortunate to have a very senior team, gold team here. We've got a lot of people who are really passionate about it. A lot of people even going off during the summer doing internships with companies. They've gotten to work with the mine rescue teams. And another example is I'm on the first aid team with Katie as well, and she and I have both gone off on our own time, gotten our EMT license as well, just to help us be more prepared to do these team practices and just hopefully get a job in the real world and industry doing these jobs.
Well, thank you. That's very interesting. I really appreciate you guys' time, and good luck in the competition.
Thank you.
Matt, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
The contest was created and judged by officials from the Mine Safety and Health Administration, a federal regulatory agency under the United States Department of Labor. The Sullivan Independent News is reporting the termination of Fire Chief Rich White. Sullivan's Fire Protection District placed the 10-year man on paid administrative leave in August, then offered a severance package with his resignation last month. By October 1st, however, the fire district decided to sever its ties completely. White must return any items belonging to the district. He will not remain an honorary member. Another fatal motorcycle accident to tell you about, this time claiming the life of a 74-year-old Salem man. Charles Butler died after his 2009 Harley-Davidson motorcycle struck a Dodge Ram pickup on South Highway 63. He was traveling in the center turn lane when an attempt to merge with northbound traffic was made. Butler lost control of the bike, ultimately overturned, and was taken to PCRMC. He was later pronounced dead. A Rolla man was sentenced to 15 years in prison following convictions on 2 counts of domestic assault in the second degree. 29-year-old David Cole Nash was found guilty, stemming from an incident in July of 2012 when he assaulted his ex-girlfriend for not letting him borrow her vehicle. Nash still has several cases awaiting trial. Phelps County prosecuting attorney Brendan Fox indicated that he is seeking consecutive sentences for those cases. By July 1st of next year, Missouri S&T intends to join more than 1,000 U.S. colleges and universities by becoming tobacco-free. Some of the products prohibited under the proposed policy include cigarettes, electronic cigarettes, vapes, cigars, cigarillos, hookah, and pipes. An open forum for all students, faculty, and staff will be held October 15th at noon in the Merrimack Gasconade Room of the Havener Center. Student Council plans to hold an additional forum, but a date has not yet been set. The 37th annual Old Ironworks Days will be held on October 10th and 11th at Merrimack Spring Park. More than 100 craftsmen will demonstrate the varying traits and skill sets of a laborer in the 1800s. Displays and other activities will take place each day, with entertainment provided by Jimmy Allison and the Ozark Rounders, the Clifty Creek Band, and the Ozark Spirit Cloggers. The cost is $15 per carload or free to anyone with a Merrimack Spring annual parking pass. And speaking of weekend happenings, the second annual Ozark Toberfest will take place, rain or shine, from 2 to 6 p.m. on October 10th at the Easttown Village Shopping Center in West Plains. It will feature local and regional homebrew from at least 10 homebrewers. Visitors over 21 will receive a sampling glass and have an opportunity to vote for their favorites. The festival will also include live music from the Wildcat Daddies of Columbia. Admission is a donation of $15. Proceeds will benefit the Boys and Girls Club of Greater West Plains. Over $46,000 has been raised in the fight against cancer through Relay for Life of Phelps County. The American Cancer Society Relay for Life is celebrating its 30th anniversary this year. In recognition of that, the Relay for Life event held September 26th at Rolla's Green Tree Christian Church had several 1980s themed events. About 61 cancer survivors, 16 teams, and 124 participants registered for this year's relay. The community still has through the end of the year to reach or top its goal of raising $60,000. Shante McMillan returned to Rolla on October 3rd to host a weekend camp for area youngsters. Lee Mentink spoke with the Olympian about that event and more.
I'm here with Olympic athlete Shante McMillan. She's a 2006 graduate of Rolla High School, and she was here over the weekend to help kids hone their track and field skills. How did those camps go?
Oh, they went very smoothly both days. The first day we had K through 8, and the kids enjoyed it, I think, tremendously, going around from 5 stations that we had set up. And then the second day we got to work with high school athletes. There was about 16, so we got to be very technical with them, and I think they enjoyed that as well.
Sounds like it was a success. So tell us about your training for the upcoming 2016 Summer Olympics.
I'm off for a month and a half right now, October till November, and then I will start training, getting my fall conditioning again in November, and then track meets will start up in January and go till June, and then Olympic trials will be the first week of July out in Eugene, Oregon.
So you're looking forward to that, and that's your main goal right now, I'm assuming.
Yes.
That sounds good. Well, you recently did a photo shoot for the body edition of ESPN magazine. How did they choose you for that, and did you have any hesitations about doing that shoot?
I asked the lady once I got to the ESPN body issue party that they hosted in LA after the shoot was all over and done with, and she literally said she Googled me, and well, she's just Googling and she found me, and then she emailed me, and I was very excited. I ended up calling my best friend first and then my parents, and there was no hesitation from the get-go. This was one of the items on my bucket list, and it's accomplished. Next is to get an Olympic medal now.
There you go. Well, we're rooting for you. So what has the response been to the ESPN photos?
Very positive from every age group. My community, people I train with, my coach, everybody had positive feedback for me.
That's great. So what is next after the 2016 Olympics?
I am not worried about anything after the 2016 Olympics. What is on my radar right now is bringing a medal home for myself, my community, my family, and friends.
Well, we wish you all the best. You heard it here. Back to you, Matt.
The 2016 Summer Olympics will take place in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. All of us are wishing Shante the best of luck. The Ozark Conference Game of the Week hails from Lebanon on October 9th, where the Yellow Jackets will host the 7th-ranked team in the state, the Kickapoo Chiefs. Can Lebanon turn things around after suffering back-to-back losses? Tune into Local 6 at 7 p.m. for the answer. That's it for now. I'm Matt Wacker. I'll see you right back here next week for another edition of the Weekly Recap.